Okay, so by way of a very quick update on this particular very pretty girl right here, now I called it, I have to correct myself real quick. I called it in the last update a 15-91. That was a mistake. This has not been a 15-91 since I took the original motor off of it when I first got it. When I put the belted motor on it, it became a 15-90. The difference being the 15-91 had a potted motor, which meant there was no belt. The motor just fit directly inside the machine and activated the gears from the turbine that was attached to that motor. This is a different motor, needs a belt, so now this has become a 15-90, not a 15-91. So anyway, the last update I did was with this belt, and I figured out that, well, there's a lot of problems with it. One, this belt was not long enough, and I thought that the texture of the belt was causing the noise that you heard in the last video. I was mistaken on that point as well. But today I went and got a new belt, a little bit longer, to allow the mounting screw right there and the positioning screws on the back of the motor to do their job. And I've done a few iterations, testing and everything else to get the belt warmed up a little bit and settled into the grooves it needs to be in. And so now I have to tell myself here, I also ran into a problem where I kept losing the contact with the clutch, which is not a great thing, because if you lose contact with the clutch while you're operating the machine on your clutch plate, then your needle's just going to say, you know what, I don't need to move anymore, and it won't. It also makes it very difficult to go back and forth between sewing and winding bobbins, which is not a great thing for a machine that's made to do both. And so, after much trial and error, I remembered something that I learned when I first got into this, and that is that the clutch plate has 4 possible ways that can be put on. And 3 of them are wrong. You can absolutely put the clutch, maybe it's a clutch ring, whatever it is, you can absolutely put it wrong 3 different kinds of ways and think you're okay, put it all back together, everything will sit back and look fine, and then you go to do a functions test and you're absolutely wrong. So I found the proper configuration and I got that corrected, got the belt reinstalled, got the motor positioned right with all the set screws and everything else. And I've done this a couple times already, but I would like for you guys to see the power that they put into these home machines. As you'll notice, this is firmly mounted into a solid wood table. Okay. It's resting on the floor. Okay. I want you to see the power this machine has. Now that it's got the motor, now that it's got a regulated, consistent power supply, and now that I have the clutch rightly configured and a belt that fits. By the way, you're still going to hear the noise. The belt wasn't the cause for that. I don't know what it was, but here we go. It's like watching the top of a car engine. So there you go. There's your tiny little dose of Zero Dork 30. This is not the machine I was going to highlight on the next Zero Dork 30 video, but this is the one I was working on. Still waiting for the other ones to come in. And I do have multiple machines coming in. Also, I kind of put my tile out there, as they say, to let people know that I do this kind of thing. So we'll see how that goes. And glory to God if it takes off, and glory to God if it doesn't. Time is still very short. We are still waiting the very, very, very soon return of our King to the clouds to call us to his side. So I'm just basically biding time, trying to stay productive and pleasing to the Lord while I wait. So there you go. Till next time, if there is next time, and it might not be. God bless you.